We're gonna do a full tour of Dave's House of Reptiles today. I wanted to do this live, but I couldn't get any reception over here. That's the dragon over there. He's pretty much by himself. These are all the breeder cages. There's some ball pythons over there also. These are the two gargoyle tanks for the adults. There's one male and one female. That was the male incubator also. We kind of shut that down for the year. But this is the iguana cage. He's hanging out up there in the corner. He's pretty wild. He loves this thing. He's always all over the place. This is where we grow out most of them and some of the hatchlings over there to the left. It's probably my favorite gargoyle gecko. I like them when they're completely red, but I love how this thing has a lot of contrast to it. I'm pretty sure she's not fired up. I don't know her that well, but I'm pretty sure she normally would have more red than this. But I love how it is broken up by some lighter color. She's pretty sweet. She loves licking my hand. I was just mixing up the fruit paste, so I'm sure I smell like it. Here's one of her daughters. And I do like this look as well, mostly because of the dark pattern, because of the totally different look. Like I said, a lot of contrast against the reddish orange. I would love to get this color on some leopard geckos. Now these two just hatched out. This one is super dark. I would imagine when it gets older it's going to look somewhat like that thing. They're still a little jumpy at this age. They just shed, so they're only a few days old. Here's the clutch mate. She looks like she's going to turn out more like mom. Now these next little guys, I don't have the name in front of me, so I'm not even going to attempt to butcher it. But they don't get a whole lot bigger than this. I have a little shot of the father after this clip right here. These guys are super cool. The one got a little bit jumpy when I got the light too close to him, but other than that, I'm surprised how docile they are, and they pretty much let you pick them right up. Here's one of the adults right here. You always got to dig everything out to find them because they blend in so well. These are the tug fascio crosses. I've talked about these before. The original ones were a pure fasciolatus bred to a pure tug snow. And as you can tell, even the non-snow one up there in the top, they get a real snow-like appearance after a couple sheds. Even this one right here, you can tell it's just starting to lose the yellow. They come out yellow, and then it actually whitens up over time, which is pretty cool. I'm sure that's the fasciolatus influence. Here's one of the actual visual tug snows. And then there's another one that hatched out from the same clutch the other day I have a shot of. Like I said, they start out beaming yellow like this, and then some of those yellow bands starting to whiten up a little bit over time. This is the first caramel we hatched out. I believe it's a caramel het Zulu. And then the next pair are going to be het for both. This one was hissing at me a little bit. They got a real nice like tangerine color to them. This is one of my favorites. This is from the rainwater stuff. An atomic bred to a raining red stripe. And then a red stripe het rainwater. The other one was in shed, and like I said before, it's probably one of the brightest geckos I've ever seen. These are just straight bold stripes. This one turned out really nice. Only has that one little break in between the legs. There's a little inferno that hatched out. I didn't actually get to see him come out, but it's always cool to come over and collect some babies, especially when I'm not really hatching much. This is a temperature sex male inferno. I believe he's on hold for now. These guys are all getting split up. They were paired up, but there's three of the four just not really grown the way they should be. So we're gonna give them a little more individual care and get them in their own homes a little bit sooner than we normally would. I've seen them all eating. This one back here is actually doing fine, but might as well split them all up just to be safe. These two are looking pretty awesome. This one over here is probably going to have a lot of that dark tangerine highlighting. Usually they either fade out to a tangerine or they just fade out completely. Here's the Tangelo male. He's 100% het raptor. He's the father of almost all the tremper stuff this year. He definitely produced some smoking babies. This is the Paradox male. He's the father to the het bell stuff over at my house. That's from the Paradox project. He's got that big one on the back of his heel and then one above his eye, or behind his eye, I'm sorry. He's probably going to get replaced by his son. I'll show you right here. This was from breeding that male back to the original female. So we'll see if line breeding has any influence over it. This is the Max Snow. He would be the father of any of the other snows and any of the other tremper stuff this year. He's 100% het raptor. Here's the blood male. He's got his monster paradox spot there under his arm. Now he has actually thrown a couple of paradox babies as well, so kind of looking into that a little bit this season as well. Here's one of them. She's deep in the breeding. She just laid a clutch not too long ago, and she's still got some amazing color. All the Blood Inferno stuff turned out great. This is the very last Enigma we kept. He does suffer from ES, but we held on to him just as a pet. We're not doing any more Enigma stuff at all. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I get time to do a tour of my own room.